All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Quadas. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And this is Shid Shalom to all the Akim out here that's doing, getting, pushing the work and truth and in sincerity. Okay, we want to go on this video. Okay, the top title of it, okay, is why do racism exist? Okay, and I'm gonna get the word race, okay, before anything. Let me get the term race, okay. I want to get the Merriam-Webster, okay, and you have different words for the or different definitions for the word race, okay. It says a breeding stock of animals, a family, a tribe, okay, people or nation belonging to the same stock, okay, a class or kind of people unified by shared interests, habits, or characteristics, okay. It says an actually or potentially interbreeding group within a species. And it says breed, a category of humankind that shares certain distinctive physical traits. Okay? So the term race, okay, which goes to tribe or class or kind of people. Okay? And when it comes down to Israelites, okay, when it comes down to the Israelites, okay, what is it? Jeremiah 12:9. It says, "Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird." Okay. Now let's get the what does a speckled bird look like? Okay. And as you can see, it has different colors. Okay. You ain't gonna really see no purple or green type of person. Okay. But when it comes down to a speckled bird, okay, comes in different colors. Okay. Let's use this one for example. Okay. This bird, okay, is black. You have some spots of white, okay, brown, and different shades of brown. Okay. So our people, okay, Israelites, are going to look like different nations. Okay. We're going to come in different so-called colors. Okay. Racism does not have anything to do with black versus white. Okay. Let's get that straight. Okay. Because you have some people out here who, you know, are carnal. They just look at the skin color, okay, and they look at it as though that person, just based off of that skin color, they belongs to a specific type of race. And then you also have people who say, "Oh, I'm mixed." No, you belong to a specific type of race, okay? And that race or that lineage, okay, goes by the bloodline of your fathers, okay? According to what the Bible say, okay? Numbers 1:18, and it says, "And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers." Okay? And the way things go, okay, when a man and a woman come together and they get married, right? That woman is supposed to take on that man's last name, okay, and be joined in that man's house, okay? And then when they have a child, that child that comes out is supposed to have the father's last name, because guess what? That's the lineage and that's the bloodline, okay? Now, you're going to have a lot of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right, who do not have their original last name, okay? Our last name that got changed into some slave owner's last name, okay? So, you may look at some people, right, and they may have the last name Smith, right? That, they could be both. It could be a so-called black man who has the last name Smith and another so-called white man who has the last name Smith. And they both could be, an Israelite, So, that's neither here or there. I just wanted to bring that up, I'm gonna play a little bit of this video, okay? And, I'm gonna touch in on, some other scriptures. Sorry, it's not playing. Let me see.
Phone disconnected.
Why do you think that racism exists in the first place?
Racism exists because, it's a social construct.
Thank you. Well, he's going before that time. We're talking about 78.
Racism has always been a thing, even before 78.
Of course. But why does racism exist in the first place?
Racism exists to put people down and keep people on top. That's it.
That's true. Okay. Who's the author of racism?
Racism is on top.
Did you know God is the author of racism?
God cannot be the author of racism.
Deuteronomy 7:6. You believe in the Bible? Do you believe in the Bible?
I read the Bible front to back.
Okay, but do you?
And, a lot of people, they say that they believe in the Bible. They read the Bible front to back. Hey, before I came into the right doctrine, the correct understanding of the scriptures, I read the Bible from the front to back. I understood some parts or whatever, but one of the things that got me wondering, when I was like 12 years old, 11 years old when I read the Bible, front to back, right? And what happened was, throughout the scriptures, I would see the word Gentile, right? And I would see the name Israel, the children of Israel, all throughout the scriptures. So, in my mind, I'm like, I'm 11 years old, 12 years old, and I'm like, well, who are those children of Israel? Like, why are they so special in that land of Israel? And I thought that I was a Gentile, okay, before I found out that I was an Israelite, right? I was wondering, like, why those people in Israel were so special, okay? Now, growing up and then you come into the faith, that we haven't experienced that racism that those people have actually, because we don't live over there in the land of Israel, okay? And if we lived over there, right, they would think that we're, what they say, goyim, okay? They would treat us like we're nothing, basically, Now, a lot of people, they just look at America and they think, oh, this is just a place where racism is, right? No, because if you go into other countries, a lot of those countries, they hate you just as much as America, Okay, it's just that here in America, a lot of the slavery and all that stuff is put out there on a forefront. Okay, because of how America was made, how America came to be about. Okay, they stole this land. Okay, and then they put people into slavery. Okay, more in specific, they put the Israelites into slavery. Okay, and a lot of people now are starting to buck up. Okay, against the system. They starting to come against the system because if they feel the racism. Okay, but the people that are bucking up and the people that are mad at things, okay, don't realize that this racism, okay, has been from the very beginning. Okay, and it's a reason why things are the way that they are, why racism exists. Okay, it's not just here in America, it's all throughout the world. Okay, because that's the way that the Lord wanted. Now, a lot of our people are ignorant, like I said, because they just look at a person's skin complexion, right? And they think, oh, you belong to a specific type of race, But when our people were, if they were to be more spiritual minded, okay, they will understand that our people have always had enemies, okay? Now they wanna be joined onto their enemies, and they wanna you know um live peaceably among them when we deserve our own. Okay, and that's why I'm gonna let the video play a little bit more.
Believe in it.
I believe in whatever. I believe in it, sir. Yes,
Okay, all right, well, we're going to get the scriptures. Go ahead. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6.
You working with them, man.
And it reads, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord." What the word holy?
Let me get this scripture. Okay. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. And it says, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself." Okay? So the Lord chose the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the Israelites, okay, to be his special people unto himself. Okay? It says, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Okay? So guess what? The Lord set it to be that way. Okay? Racism exists because that's the way that the Lord wanted to be. Okay? That race, that people, that stock of people, okay, is supposed to be special unto the Lord himself. Okay?
Holy mean?
Sanctified.
Okay.
Protected by God.
Okay, yeah, okay, go ahead.
Y'all wicked,
Yeah.
man.
"For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself." Now, everybody wants to, when you look at our people, we got a sign where you Negroes are not ham. If you can get that sign up,
That's a good thing too to bring up, because like I said, some people look at skin complexion, right, and they look at every black man as a so-called black man. Okay, is a so-called Negro. No, throughout the scriptures, okay, the Egyptians and the Israelites, they had the same skin complexion, but they was enemies. Okay, the Canaanites, all these other nations, okay, they had dark skin complexion. Okay, and guess what? It still was wars. Okay, it still was this family against that family, because that's what it really is. This family, okay, which a tribe is a family, okay, this family of people versus this family of people. Okay?
Answer my question. You get that? It said we supposed to be a special people unto the Lord our God, right? God love everybody. So the Lord made our people a special people.
Which one of these are you?
You said which one of these are?
And that's pretty much it on that video, man. Because that guy, it was 2 bug outs in that video, that came by the camp, But let me get another scripture. So Deuteronomy 32. And it says, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, right? Let me get the word inheritance. It was nakal in the Hebrew, okay? To get as a possession, acquire, inherit, to possess, okay? Property, to divide the land for possession, okay? So basically, what happened? Okay, you had certain nations certain families, they lived in certain areas. Okay, and that's still the same way today. Here in America, it's a big melting pot. You have many different nations here. Okay, that's what the scriptures in I want to say Revelation 17. No. Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, and the 5th verse, it says, yeah, also, because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man. And this is talking about Esau, okay? It says, neither keeps at home, who enlarges his desire is hell, and is death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathers unto him all nations, and heaps unto him all people. Okay? And here in America, you have many different nations here. Okay? Deuteronomy 28, and let me see. 37. It says, and then shalt thou become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead you. Okay, and then it says right here in the NLT version, it says you will become an object of horror. Okay, a lot of these nations, they look at us, in the mindset of, like, they're scared of us because they don't know what the heck we're going to do. They look at us like we're crazy. And I look at our people like we're crazy. Because a lot of them are bugged out. It says ridicule, okay, and mockery among all the nations to which the Lord sends you. Okay? So that's not just talking about here in America. Okay? It's talking about everywhere. Okay? And when you go into the word nation, okay, it says people, member of one's people, compatriots, okay, countrymen, kinsmen, or kindred. Okay? Among the different kinds of people, our people are going to be looked at as a horror, ridiculed, and mocked. Okay? Taken for a joke. Okay? That's the racism. Why? Because our people didn't do what the Lord said for them to do. First off. Okay? And these other nations, they don't look at us with respect because that's the way that the Lord wants it to be. Okay? Because guess what? When you jump up to the 15th verse, it says, but it shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken unto the Lord, to the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command you this day, that all these curses shall come upon you and overtake you. And that's going from 15 on down to 68. Okay? The curses that our people will face because we didn't listen unto the Most High God, our power. Okay? The God of the Israelites. Okay? So it said that we will be mocked, looked at as a horror, okay, ridiculed, okay, even put to death, okay, because of the racism that we deal with, okay, from our enemies. It's just that here in America, we were put into slavery, and because we didn't listen to the Lord, okay, and as time went on, people, for whatever reason, they forgot, or now they're remembering the oppression, okay, that our people are going through, and it's getting worse and worse, okay, and they don't realize that this is the way that the Lord set it up. This is all for the Lord's purpose, okay? This is all for the Lord's purpose. Romans 9, and I'm gonna start at 10. It says, and not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of God according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calls. Okay? And it was said unto her, the elders shall serve the younger. Okay? So, we go to that scripture. Genesis 25. Okay? And 23. You know why? I started at 22. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people, 2 different mindsets. Okay, 2 different kinds of people. Okay? Was it Shanayim? Okay, that's in the Hebrew. Okay, that means 2. Okay, I wanted to get the manner. Okay, but I think it's not. It's not. It is not going into the definition of manner. Okay, but 2 different manner of people. Okay, shall be separated from thy bowels. Okay. It says, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elders shall serve the younger. Okay, so right here, okay, the verse right beside it in LT version, and the Lord told her, 2 sons in your womb will become 2 nations. From the very beginning, the 2 nations will be rivals. Okay, one nation will be stronger than the other, and the older son will serve your younger son. Okay, so these nations are rivals. Okay, that's the racism. Okay, my race is better than your race, this, that, or whatever. Okay, it says, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Okay, and this is your so-called white man. Okay, they're not white, they're red according to the scriptures. Okay, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. Okay, and what this means, okay, when his brother came out, okay, holding on to his heel, the same way that the so-called white man is in power right now, okay, all that stuff is going to change, okay? And our people, okay, is going to be the rulers of this world, okay? And all that racism and all that hatred that they have towards the Lord's chosen people is all going to be done away with, and they're going to show us the proper respect that they supposed to show us. And our people are going to be respectable, okay, towards one another, okay? So that racism, okay, is the way that it is, okay, because that's the way that the Lord wanted it to be for his purpose, okay? As the scripture says, that the purpose of, according to election, might stand, okay? It was said unto her that the elder shall serve the younger, and that's what the Lord is setting up, okay? As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid. Okay? So this racism and all that stuff, it all starts because that's the way that the Lord is making things out to be. Okay? Racism exists because the Lord has a chosen people, and he's showing those chosen people, hey, you didn't listen to my word, okay, this is the consequences, okay? But in the end, it's all going to turn out for your good, okay? And because the Lord wants us to fear him at the end of the day, okay? You see, the other nations, they don't really beef with one another, okay, as much as, our people beef with one another and we beef with every other nation. These other nations don't beef with one another, okay, really like that, okay? But when it comes down to our people, okay, we have to know who our enemies are, okay? And those people who are not coming in the name of the Lord, okay, are going to have to the Lord is going to deal with them. That's pretty much what it is, So with that, the name of the Lord is holy, okay? And his name is Yahweh, and his son name is Yahweh Shah, okay? So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to say a shalom until next time.